That's right. Rock out with your cock out. You probably did that last night.
Which is why you're home alone this morning.
Yes, it is time for your favorite politically incorrect pop culture commentary podcast. It is Sports Frenzy 2.0, the weekend edition, with your favorite Uncle Dave, the Conquistador Dave.
And your other favorite uncle, your Uncle Kev, the Maestro Kevin Crane.
And yes, we know you got a little bit of a jump on the holiday jocularity.
You know the coffee's brewing, you pop the aspirin, the bacon and eggs are frying.
Sit down at your little breakfast nook or at your scarred and messed up coffee table.
Whatever works.
And get ready for about an hour and a half of pop culture jocularity. And boy, did you pick the right episode to listen in. You should be listening every Saturday morning, but this one in particular, I will say this. I love this. I don't think your Uncle Dave does.
It's all right. I give you shit because I can.
This is our first episode of our year-end recap. Now, normally, we do this all in one episode, one Saturday morning podcast episode where we recap the entire year. We will give you the best in music and movies and TV. We're not going to do that this year. This one is focused solely on music. We're going to wait a couple weeks. We're going to get into 2026, and then we will do our best of movies and TV for 2025. So again, this is only music. And then the rest of the podcast episode will be your normal goofiness. And we have our review of the new Knives Out movie on Netflix, and we'll catch you up.
I have a book. Finally got done with The Iron Storm. And I have begun Exit Strategy.
Very good. Very, very good, because Exit Strategy should be coming up within the next week or two here on Sports Frenzy 2.0, the weekend edition.
Here on Spotify, Good Pods, Pocket Casts, Apple, Overcast, CastBox, Amazon, Audible, and iHeart Sports Frenzy 2.0, baby! And the UBTubi.
And the UBTubi and the Facebook page as well. I never know when he's going to do that. It's almost like an epilepsy fit, a seizure. He'll just do it whenever,
Whenever the mood strikes.
But yeah, I told you my goal for the year when it comes to books. I got to finish. I'm about 30 pages away from finishing Exit Strategy, and then I'm jumping into Showdown. Parker and Lupica, the new Spencer. I'm going to have that done by the end of the year. That's my goal.
Wow.
Yep. So.
All right, I got some reading to do.
Yep, I'll have Reacher done here in the next couple days, and then I'll jump into Spencer, have that knocked out by the end of the year.
Damn. The gauntlet has been thrown.
Damn Skippy! I don't think that's what the old knights said when they threw down a gauntlet was,
damn Skippy.
I challenge you, Sir Galahad, damn Skippy! What pray tell is this Skippy?
We do not know.
Is this a spell that Merlin casts?
Anyway.
Eye of Newt and a spoonful of Skippy.
A spoonful of Skippy makes the medicine go down.
All right. Drum roll, please. It is time for the best of music in 2025, coming from the two men who know music the best, the Conquistador and the Maestro.
It is the countdown.
So what do you want to start with, songs or albums?
Let's go songs.
Okay, so I'll start one, you start the other. So which one do you want me to start, this one or the next one?
Makes no difference to me.
All right, I'll start.
You start songs, I'll start albums.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5.
Songs, right?
Number 5 songs.
My 5th best song of 2025 is Way of the World by Honeymoon Suite.
Ah. There you
By
go.
far the best song on their 2025 album, Wake Me Up When the Sun Goes Down. Old school, hearkening back to the 80s, the best honeymoon suite out there. Way of the World, number 5.
All right. I am going with Enough is Enough from the Hives.
Okay. I think I'll have more to say about that later.
That's fine. You can.
My number 4 song for 2025. You Are Still a Gorilla by the Spin Doctors.
Nice.
Still a Gorilla, number 4 for me in 2025.
Number 4 for me was One More Time from Mr. Tremonti.
Oh, very nice. A little bit of a curveball there. Okay. I like that. Not saying that you won't hear from him on my list, but maybe not that song. My number 3 song for 2025. And by the way, kids, an awkward interjection. Keep in mind, your Uncle Dave and I have not compared notes.
We never do.
This is all spontaneous. Number 3. I thought this might be higher. But as I listened over the last couple days, re-listened to all these albums and all these songs, just slipped just a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Obviously, it's number 3. My number 3 song for 2025 is The Spell by Mammoth.
Ah, intriguing. I went a little controversial here. Encore Thank You Goodnight from Sammy at number 3.
Why is that controversial?
I don't know.
I had
His
it down.
whole little...
I had it down. That was his, of course. Eddie came to him in a dream. I'll tell you what, little aside here. Didn't make the final cut, but I'll tell you the one that, it wasn't Encore Thank You Goodnight, but the one he did with Joe Bonamassa, Fortune Teller Blues, almost made the cut.
That was close.
That
was very
song's
close.
really good. Really good. All right, so I'm up to number 2 now.
Yep.
My number 2 song for 2025, we will revisit one, Tremonti, the title track from his 2025 album, The End Will Show Us How.
Nice.
That is my number 2 song for 2025.
Number 2 for me, I went with Shinedown with Dance Kid Dance.
Have it on the list. Didn't make the cut, but have it on the list. I can see that from you. That makes perfect sense. Oh, God, we're already up to number 1?
Number 1 already.
I feel like I should give you, some honorable mentions. It seems like we've ripped through this very quickly. So let me just tell you some other songs that I really liked that didn't make the cut. 38 Special, All I Haven't Said. Styx, Build and Destroy.
I had Stray Cat Stampede.
Yeah, I got that down too. I have that down
so
as well.
I had The End Will Show Us How was on my final list to try and pare down.
I had another Spin Doctor song, The Buddha on the Lawn, which so just, some of these songs. There was
some good stuff out there, but
Yep.
it's trying to
Yep.
pull it all together.
Yep. So my number 1 song for 2025, your Uncle Dave has already mentioned it. Sometimes you just need a nice, basic, angry, hard rock song.
Sometimes you do.
Because everyone's a little fucking bitch. And I'm getting sick and tired of it. My number 1 song for 2025 is The Hives. Enough is Enough.
And I went with number 1, fitting for the end of the list, would be The End from Mammoth.
Very nice. Very nice.
I kind of like that. And just the whole thing with the video, just
Yep.
I couldn't discount the video as part of the overall piece.
And you know what? Considering the fact that we are children of the MTV era, I don't have a problem with that. Because that's what we grew up with.
Exactly.
You can't separate Aha's Take on Me without considering the video.
Right.
And we could say that about something like Whitesnake,
Yeah, there's so many out
Tawny
there that
Katane writhing on top of the car hood.
Yeah. There
I
were
mean,
so many great songs that had phenomenal videos that accompanied them.
Yeah. And I am gravitating, I'll admit, I'm gravitating more and more towards watching YouTube and watching the videos.
Yeah.
See, this is something, I can't remember if we discussed this on the podcast or not. I think I might have mentioned it, but maybe it was a week you were off. Spotify, if you have a premium membership now, they are letting you watch music videos.
Really?
I'm like, YouTube's already beating you, you idiots. Just put them out there for free.
Yeah.
You're already putting ads between every 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah,
What's the big
so
deal?
what are you doing?
Yeah. Greedy
Greedy.
bastards.
All right, moving into our top 5 albums.
Oh, that's right. You have to start this
I
off.
start with
You
this
start
one.
this off.
Coming in at number 5, Face Full of Cake from the Spin Doctors.
My number 5 album is, once again, Tremonti. The End Will Show Us How is my number 5 album of the year.
All right. Made the final list, but didn't quite make the final 5. At number 4, I have Wake Me Up When the Sun Goes Down from Honeymoon Suite.
There you go. So, I had a song, you've got the album. Very nice. Number 4 for me. This one, this last couple days, again, listening over to these songs and these albums again, it's still number 4. But just like I said with The Spell by Mammoth, maybe dropped it a notch from where it would have been. This album probably dropped a couple notches from where I initially thought it was going to be. Number 4 for the year, 2025 for me, is The Hives Forever, Forever the Highs.
Ah!
Number 4 on my list of the 5
We may
best
see
albums
that
of
one
the year.
later. Number 3, The Southern Part 2 from The Cold Stairs.
That was number 6 for me. Literally number 6. And I did listen to that again. Love it. Just missed. Just missed. Now, here's the problem. Here, we might have to have a debate on this. Number 3. Because I feel like it's cheating. I don't think it's cheating because I didn't count the initial release in 2021. Because back then it was an EP, it was only 4 songs. So now this year it came out with the full album. The EP plus 5 more songs. So my number 3 album for the year is The Counting Crows, Butter Miracle, The Complete Suites.
I had that in my top 10.
Yep. But again, 4 songs came out back in 2021 as an EP, but now the full album is out.
Yeah.
It's so good. I have to include it somewhere. I didn't count it in 2021. I'll count it this year.
Because it's a full album.
Right. So number 3 for me is Counting Crows.
That's not bad. Number 2, The End from Mammoth.
Okay. Number 2 for me, The Spin Doctors, Face Full of Cake. This is one that moved up as I listened to it this week. This album, and I don't care what people think.
The Spin Doctors are good. They get shit for no reason.
This album is really, really good.
This I liked.
Yep, and I moved it up. I moved it up a little bit. Dropped the Hives, moved up the Spin Doctors. So, Spin Doctors, Face Full of Cake for me. Number 2 album of 2025.
All right. Moving into the number 1 slot for me was The Hives Forever, Forever the Hives.
See, I thought that was going to be mine too. I really did. If you'd asked me,
listening through, I still had to put it there.
if you'd asked me a month ago, I would have told you that's going to be my number 1 album. And I don't know, just at the last second, I had to knock it down a couple pegs. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I felt like I couldn't give it the number 1 song and the number 1 album. So my number 1 album of 2025 is The End by Mammoth.
So there we go.
Yep. So your number 1 song was Mammoth.
Yes.
My number 1 song was The Hives.
And then we flip-flopped on the album.
Yep.
So there you go.
And somehow, some way, that seems right.
It all works.
Yeah, I'm looking through my list here. Is there anything else we should really mention?
There wasn't really a lot that...
Styx was close.
Circling
was
from
above.
Styx was a borderline.
Styx circling from above needs a mention. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Pretty good album. Yeah, I mean...
Most of them were in that...
That's the thing. I thought this list would... I didn't think it'd be 3/4 of a page. The entire year.
Oh, I know. I'm just going through them like...
I thought there was more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
it was a
I'm
little
going
disappointing.
through, and I was doing everything that I had a strong 3 and up.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And going through those,
Yep.
and then narrowing it down. All right, if I had some 3.5... So...
Yeah, and I mean, you and I are pretty much... like the Cold Stairs, like I said, just missed my top 5. Plenty of songs on that were worthy of consideration. Evil Eye, Little More Rope. But yeah, I look at the rest of the list. Bryan Adams, Roll with the Punches wasn't all that great.
The song just kind of missed.
Billy Idol's Dream Into It was disappointing.
There was a lot of disappointment.
Yep.
So...
All right, kids. The one last thing. Now, this is going to be a little more informal and off the cuff because your Uncle Dave and I didn't get to see as many concerts as we would have normally. Normally, we're looking at 12, 13 concerts a year.
Yeah, the 12 to 17 range on the high end.
And this year I think we only hit 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was very, very low key.
Yeah, the Stray Cats canceling out for that last concert did not help. I think we will probably agree on the best concert of the year was Shine Down in Bush.
Absolutely.
Yeah. After that, the next level down because of nostalgia purposes, I would say it was David Lee Roth and Rat.
Yeah.
And then I thought the Foghat Starship show was
fun.
That
was pretty decent. But that's probably the rankings we would go.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the sound for Slaughter and Quiet Riot was bad. And then when we saw Slaughter and Great White, Slaughter still didn't impress me that much more. Great White was really good.
Great White was really good. But...
And then, of course, I'm surprised you didn't single out as your favorite show Molly Hatchet.
Oh, God. Worst show ever. It was even worse than Dave Matthews Band.
See, now, of course, this is one that I did not go.
Be grateful. Be very grateful.
Man, that just boggles my mind.
It sucked ass so badly.
Well, I trust your judgment, so believe me, I will stay away. I will never suggest Molly Hatchet for us.
Never,
again.
ever, ever, ever. No.
Yeah. So
Just no.
we've got 3 lined up so far for 2026. I mean, we could conceivably do more already, but I would prefer to wait the winter out and see how things go.
Yeah, I want to see where we're at.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Mammoth is out there. We could go see Mammoth again.
Would not be opposed.
If the weather is good in February at the last minute, we could go see The Offspring again. Could go see Blackberry Smoke. We've been talking about that.
That's just down the road.
Yeah.
I think you and I need to pull the trigger on that one.
Well, I was just waiting for the word, so.
Let's do it.
Okay. We will. There you go, kids. You know what we're doing right after we're done recording this podcast.
Buying tickets, baby.
So that'll take care of music. I will just give you a little bit of news in the radio front for those of you who care. Now, I will admit, a little bit of a story here. So your Uncle Dave can probably jump on his iPad and look up porno or something. No. I used to, I will admit, when I lived in Florida, way, way back in the day. What's that been? 20 years now at least, right? 15, 20 years?
Jesus.
About 2003, 2013, I think, 10 years. That span, roughly.
Yeah.
Give or take. I used to listen to Howard Stern because he was on terrestrial radio back then.
Right. Before
yes,
he became a money-grubbing bastard.
Yeah, and I admit, I was entertained. I thought he was mildly amusing with his cast of characters, and then, like you said, he decided to jump for the money and went on Sirius XM.
And became a raging asshat.
Yeah. Yeah, and I haven't listened to him since, but must be working for him because he has just signed a 3-year extension with Sirius XM.
I don't know anybody who listens to him anymore.
And I told you about a month ago what that idiot Nancy Wilson from Heart said, where she thinks he should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of all the exposure he gives to music artists.
No, they don't need him.
Then let's put Eddie Trunk in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Eddie Trunk does more for music than Stern does.
Eddie Trunk, probably main reason how Kiss got in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. For years, he was pushing and pushing, calling them out as bastards and hypocrites for not putting Kiss in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All right, TV and streaming. I have a feeling Dave's going to be mad at me. Because even though Fallout, now as we record here, you guys are listening to us on December the 20th. We're recording on the 17th. Fallout Season 2 debuted early last night.
Yep, on the 16th for us.
I didn't get to watch it.
Oh.
It's the first episode. I was on a roll with Tracker. I blew through all...
We're caught up on Tracker.
Okay, good. Because I blew through all 3 episodes, so I'm caught up now. So, we will get to Fallout. It's not that hard. It's 1 episode a week. I will catch up on Fallout. But
it's
Tracker,
a great debut, let me say that.
There you go. Tracker, I had to catch up on. I was 3 behind. Mid-season finale. So we're 9 episodes in the first half of the season, season 3. Yes, we get a cliffhanger.
Yep, but the one before the cliffhanger, Yuri Dice. I told you, that seemed to be the most serious we've seen Hartley play Shaw.
I want to go back 2, if I may. Now, the one you're talking about, Yuri Dice, reminded me a little bit, I can see where you're going with that. Reminded me of a little bit of a play on Gone Baby Gone.
Yes. Big time.
So yeah, it's a very serious topic, very serious issue, and you've got the same conundrum that Kenzie and Gennaro were faced with in Gone Baby Gone. In a way, Coulter Shaw's got to deal with that here. Not quite as extreme.
It's not as extreme.
But I want to go back to the one before, and I think you might have mentioned this in a previous episode of the podcast. But I thought the one before was the most intense of the season and brings in a potential new character. The Fixer.
Yes, the Fixer.
The Fixer. I was very intrigued by that one, where I thought Coulter Shaw's met his match. He doesn't know what to do here. And in the face-off at the end, all he can say is, I hope I'm there when you fall. Yeah. That I loved.
That was brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she basically let him off the hook, where she probably could have framed him given the circumstances of what he found and what he had to do.
Yep, there's more to this story.
Yeah. That's the one I really like. That would have been episode 7.
Yeah.
But yeah, 8 was more like Gone Baby Gone with the intensity, as you mentioned. And then I think the Elder Statesman, our Sports Frenzy meeting. Now, you kids better be listening to the Sports Edition. If you're not, how dare you?
For shame, for shame.
But we had our Sports Frenzy meeting, and one of our panel members for our sports show mentioned that he thought the 9th episode, the cliffhanger, was the one where he saw a different Coulter Shaw. And I think he was talking about the very end, where we never see Coulter Shaw anything other than really composed.
Yeah, this we saw some actual raw emotion.
There you go. Yeah. Yep. So very intrigued to see where this cliffhanger goes.
Yeah, this is an interesting one.
Yep.
And now we have to wait till what, March? Fuck you, CBS.
Can I go back to... Let's go back to the 7th one again for a second. Because, again, I thought it was a brilliant episode on many levels. Rainey the Slut.
She's
looking good in that lingerie, I'll tell you what.
Yes, she was. Damn.
But did you notice the subtle connection that could, again, we talked about the Fixer could come back. Did you notice the subtle connection between what she was up to and how it tied into what Coulter was up to?
Yeah.
The bottle of tequila?
Uh-huh.
And Coulter got messed up in that whole situation, and they were having the tequila.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, the brand party for the tequila. So whoever that was
she at the party?
And whoever that was she was shacking up with for the night, is he involved with the Fixer and that family?
Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it?
See, I love that. That episode just resonated. There's
so
so
many
many
lot
layers.
Of subtlety within there that you had to pay attention
in that episode. So, Tracker, 3 seasons in, still doing very, very well. And I will stick by my guns and say it reminds me so much of the classic
the
70s and early 80s.
Yeah, procedurals.
Yes. And it doesn't dumb everything down like Sheriff Country, Takeout Country, Furniture Country, or FBI, CIA, DHS,
Fire PD, whatever.
Yeah. Tracker is the one network show, again, I will say, that is head and shoulders above the rest.
Absolutely, with the no-nonsense character.
Yep. So we got Fallout. I'm one episode back. I'll catch up. Tracker, we're done, and like you said, bitterly, rightfully so, until March or whatever. Landman, you got to start on that.
We're getting ready
right?
to start that one up.
All right, so I'm caught up on Landman. 5 in on Landman.
We've got some time off next week. We'll
Yeah.
be playing some catch
Yep.
up.
Yep, the kids out there who are watching it know what's going on. There's not really much I can tell you other than it's Landman.
That's all
It is
we
what
need.
it is. You'll get plenty of shots of Allie Larder's cleavage, trust me.
That's all we need. And maybe in a revealing little bottom.
And I already told you the one big thing.
One
So
of the
far
characters
from one of the characters is pissing people off, and I can kind of see why. Now I did catch up part 1 of season 5 Stranger Things, and we're getting part 2 on Christmas. Now we've already, I think we're in agreement on this. We've already made our thoughts clear that
they fucked up by dragging it out for too damn long to give it to us.
The enthusiasm for me, I'll watch it, I'll finish it off.
But it's not the have to see it like it used to be.
Right.
They killed the momentum the show had.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm enjoying it, but it's not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a review of a full season. So, and Dave's going, what show is this? Season 3 of the latest incarnation of Beavis and Butthead has ended.
Oh, for shame.
Episode 12 dropped, and that is it for season 3. But I give my judge so much credit. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I am one of the few and the proud that still love this show.
That's fine. At least he got one of his shows right. He didn't fuck up Beavis and Butthead the way he did King of the Hill.
No, the two final episodes, because of course he always splits the half hour into 2. Not even regular Beavis and Butthead, either one. The first one is old Beavis and Butthead, but we get old Holio. As they're in line at the pharmacy. And Butthead's in his little chair, because he's so fat, he's got to have his little motorized chair. And he's sitting there in line with Beavis. Hey, you remember when you used to eat a lot of sugar? And you used to go crazy and talk about your butt? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that. And so sure enough, he gets up to the front of the line, and the pharmacist says, yeah, I'll take care of you. I'm going to go back and fill your prescriptions, because he's got the typical stuff. He needs the cholesterol medicine, the diabetes medicine. And then something happens where Butthead convinces him it's self-serve. So he goes back and starts downing pills just randomly. And that triggers, of course,
Cornholio.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I need TP for my cholesterol. And then chaos ensues. And the second one is when it's futuristic Beavis and Butthead. Supposedly smart Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, God,
but of
help
course
us.
they're not. And they're sent on a mission to send a targeting beacon, place a targeting beacon on Earth so that their home planet can invade. Then they get stuck in their, what is it, the Quick Mart, whatever place it is, they always get nachos.
Oh, yeah.
And so the two space aliens go in and they discover pornography. And of course, they're going to, they've got stacks, each of them's got a stack. And they go, where should we place the homing beacon? Well, and then they head into the bathroom. Let's put it in the bathroom. And the old guy, who sounds like Hank Hill,
Yeah. Who Hank was modeled after.
Yeah, is sitting there next in the cooler getting beer next to the, hey, you can't take those in there and just go whack off. And of course what is whack off? Spanking your monkey. Beating your meat. We do not understand.
Flogging Molly.
So he explains it to them. And then we should go back to the spaceship and do research. And because of their discovery of masturbation, the entire invasion fails. And there's even more to it than that, trust me.
Oh, God.
Again, I don't know why I should apologize for it, but
You shouldn't.
I still love Beavis and Butthead. As Dave mentioned, King of the Hill is not what it used to be. But Beavis and Butthead is still glorious.
And that's all we want.
I'm giving it, season 3 was strong, great, hilarious, 3.5 frenzies. 3.5. It was awesome.
There we go.
I mean, it just brings a smile to my face thinking about those two idiots.
Nice.
All right, before we get to your book review, let me give you some entertainment news. Bounce it off of you. Some of this stuff I'll be interested to get your reaction on. Now, as you're listening to this on December the 20th, the most celebrated movie of the year, winning all the awards at the year end, New York and LA and the National Board of Review.
Blah, 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 blah.
One Battle After Another is now on HBO Max as you're listening to this.
Yep.
So you can watch this movie along with us. I have a feeling that it could be our next featured film review.
I think it might be.
Again, One Battle After Another. This is the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn. Again, winning all the awards. Might be peaking too early for the Oscars. Might be peaking too early.
This is what usually happens.
Yep. That's what she said. Turk, did you come?
I'm glad I came.
How about that Dick Van Dyke? 100 years old.
Happy birthday, Dick.
I raise a toast to Dick Van Dyke. 100 years old.
There you go. Incredible.
Show you should be watching, but again, you didn't even watch Beavis and Butthead, so you won't watch this. Coming March the 5th on Peacock. Season 2 of Ted. I thought season 1 was great. Thought it was hysterical.
It was all right. I just couldn't get into it.
You talking about the movies? Or did you even...
I tried the show.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get into the movies.
I thought the show's better than the movies.
Yeah, it did nothing for me.
Okay. All right. You don't like obscene teddy bears. I don't know what your problem is, but...
It was amusing.
Then, of course... Again, I'm not watching wrestling anymore. I'm just not. But I have to acknowledge the retirement of one John Cena. And I will give the WWE credit being ballsy for having him lose his last match via submission to Gunther.
It's appropriate. Come on. It's the way it should have been.
Well, yeah, I give them credit. You know, they don't always, maybe 75% of the time, they go with the anticipated outcome.
Yeah.
But then they'll throw a little curveball in there
Every
once in a while.
so often.
Yep, so I was never a John Cena guy, so I could care less, but
Meh.
we'll see. 2 television series. These are the ones I really wanted your reaction on. AMC, first up, has decided to greenlight a TV series based on Point Break.
Why?
Didn't we already have a movie reboot of Point Break?
They tried.
And it failed
wasn't
miserably?
Good. Really, we're gonna follow the weekly exploits of Johnny Utah?
Yeah.
No.
And another one. I think it's been enough. Leave It Alone. MGM Plus, which might have fewer subscribers than Apple.
Is that possible?
Do you know anybody that has MGM Plus?
No. I think I know 1-2 people that have Apple.
That's what I'm saying. Series coming from MGM Plus, The Magnificent Seven.
Why? Just leave it alone.
I actually kind of liked when they did the series. What was it, CBS? A long time ago. Michael Biehn was in it.
Yeah, it was okay.
But
just stop rehashing everything.
Hollywood has no original ideas. You know this, Dave. You know this.
I know it. Ugh.
All right. Trailers, and then we do book review, and then movie review. Lots of new trailers out there. Now, your Uncle Dave didn't seem to agree with me as much on this one. The brand new trailer for Steven Spielberg's upcoming sci-fi alien movie, Disclosure Day.
It's not a good trailer.
Starring Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor, who will be in our featured movie review.
It's not a good trailer. Yeah, let's rehash how the aliens talk from the... God, now I'm drawing a blank on what it was. From...
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, Signs?
Signs.
Yeah.
That was the... that they were able to pull in through the baby monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, I did...
Come up with some new original language.
Because then, and they also have the crop circles.
Yep.
See, to me, this just reeks of Steven
It's
Spielberg
stealing...
has nothing left in the tank.
Yeah, you're stealing stuff from Signs. You're stealing stuff from your War of the World. It's from they. It's them.
It revolves around a creepy cardinal and a creepy deer.
It just looks lame.
It does. I thought it looked absolutely idiotic. I'll go further.
Yeah,
you're holding out hope that the next trailer will make it look better. I don't know. The obsession he has with aliens has gone too far.
We've had Close Encounters, we've had E.T., we've had War of the Worlds.
And Super 8. And
yeah.
You're better when you diversify, Mr. Spielberg. What, Catch Me If You Can?
Yeah.
Jurassic Park? Raiders of the Lost Ark? Do something a little
The Duel.
Okay, The Fabelmans didn't do very well.
Go figure.
Okay, because you decided you were going to do your own life story. And I'm sorry, nobody really cared.
Oops.
So you go, I better go back and do another alien movie.
Yeah, no.
Also, the trailer for, we mentioned this last week, the trailer for Supergirl is out.
Yeah.
I think, again, I'm more negative on this than you are.
Why is she a drunk frat girl? bit.
I don't like the fact, and you said you don't mind it, that it looks like James Gunn is ripping off his own work. He looks like he's ripping off Guardians of the Galaxy in a lot of the scenes in
The
this
way
trailer.
he's doing everything is going that route. He's become a one-trick pony in that regard.
Well, Superman wasn't. I thought Superman was...
No, but if he's playing it this way on this one, I don't know. It's just
You get
painful.
your very barest glimpse of Lobo. Barely. Just get a glimpse. Basically, you see a cigar, the lit end of a cigar.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and the shadows behind it.
Yeah, is that Lobo or is it Logan?
So, this is one I will probably, again, I waited with Superman until...
Yeah, I'm not
streaming,
rushing
so-
out to the theaters
No.
to see this one. No.
I have not watched it yet because, again, it's a week away, so I don't... The trailer for Stranger Things Part 2 of Season 5.
Yeah, I'm not watching the trailer for it.
It's gonna
There's
be
no point.
The episodes are going to be out in a week.
Yeah.
So,
You're gonna watch it, you don't need a trailer for it.
now, couple other ones here to discuss, and then book time. Did you ever watch the first season of The Night Manager?
I did not.
I think I need to watch that because now Prime Video picked up, I think the first season was on AMC, if I'm not mistaken. I watched the first episode and I think I liked it. It's been a while. Didn't have the time to really get into it. It was Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
And it's based on what John le Carre's.
Yeah.
So now The Night Manager season 2 is
And how
finally...
many years has it been?
It's been quite before the pandemic.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
So January the 11th of 2026, season 2 of The Night Manager hits on Prime Video. Now, you and I have our differences about Mortal Kombat.
We do.
I've never been a huge fan of the Mortal Kombat movies.
I've enjoyed them.
I'll tell you what, though. I'm going to be a hypocrite. And tell you that I watched the preview, the trailer for Street Fighter. Loved it. Loved Street Fighter. All those characters look
They look
phenomenal.
fantastic.
I might be able to get into Street Fighter.
I hope this is better than the other one because the original one sucked.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It was awful.
I think this one
was
looked. Yeah, this one looks better. This one, I'm impressed with what I've seen so far from this. Now, this final one, I waited till the end because you probably haven't watched it yet, so I'm just going to give you a heads up on it. This is coming on Netflix, January the 8th. John Bernthal and Tessa Thompson.
I have not seen this one yet.
His and Hers, where they're married. He is a detective. She is a reporter. And they butt heads over a murder. And it looks pretty intense.
Interesting.
Yep, it's called His and Hers. Again, that's on Netflix starting January the 8th.
See, if they can pull that off, then they need to look at the Jack Switek novels that I read. He's the lawyer. His wife is an FBI agent.
Yeah, kind of, sort of
where
the
they
same
try
dynamic.
and separate
Yep.
and not discuss things, but inevitably they wind up head to head on stuff.
Author?
That is, oh crap, now.
Oh, I put him in a corner, kids. Never put Dave in a corner.
Never put me in a
It's
corner.
like Dirty Dancing. And he was just getting geared up for his book review, too.
I know.
And look
James
what I did.
Grippando.
Okay. So I didn't mean to do that to you.
Too many.
Right before your book review.
Yeah. So James Grippando does the Jack Switek.
Okay. So now it is time for
Literary Frenzy. Finally.
And as we mentioned, we're going to have a lot of book reviews coming up over the next month, so you're going to get a lot more literary frenzy.
Yep. So I got through Clive Cussler's The Iron Storm by Jack DeBrule. This is the latest Isaac Bell adventure. Of course, Isaac Bell takes place late 1800s, early 1900s. He's a detective for the Van Dorn Detective Agency. They always get their man. This one finds Isaac guarding a gold shipment bound to England to help fund the effort during what is now known as World War I. So he's tasked with making sure it makes it, gets offloaded on the dock, but inevitably it's stolen. And Isaac has no further recourse on it, but being who he is, he chases it down and recovers it. And uncovers a plot. Doesn't know where it's going, but while he's there, he gets word from President Wilson via Theodore Roosevelt and the Minister of War for the United States, who he helped in the previous book. They communicate to him that President Wilson would like to know what is it actually like on the front lines. Should the U.S. enter the war, and what would the U.S. soldiers be facing? So, through the communiques, he hooks up with Winston Churchill and gets put up to near the front lines in an area where nothing's really going on. But of course, while Isaac's there seeing what's going on, there's a German offensive across no man's land, and the firefight in the trenches and the bombings and the shellings. So he gets firsthand experience on what's going on. So he gets ferried back and then wants to see through the aerial reconnaissance of how everything looks. And so on a routine reconnaissance flight, they see one of the German spy balloons go up. Then, of course, the RAF pilot decides to shoot down the balloon to avoid them seeing where all the British troops are on the trenches and the French troops. And because of that, on their way back, they get in a dogfight with the Red Baron, who cripples their plane, kills the pilot, and Isaac, being a pilot, is able to take over, lands behind enemy lines, meets up with some RAF pilots. They're being interrogated. Then they find out what the plot is from an anarchist group who rescues them from the Germans behind lines. This group has ties into New York, where they're doing some bombings. It's uncovered that the anarchists are going to steal a battleship to rain shells down on New York City to try and draw the U.S. in, because they want to cause mass chaos and take over the world for themselves. So, of course, Isaac is trying to run through all of this to save the day. And, of course, gives his report that, yes, the U.S. should be involved in the war, because if we want to have any lasting peace and be involved, we have to have a stake in the game. And then lets them know how bad the trench warfare actually is. So, not a bad little tale. Of course, you have to suspend disbelief like you do in all Cussler books.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it's a decent, solid 3. It's a decent entry into the series.
Now, you told me, I haven't read a Cussler book in years. and I usually only read the Dirk Pitts. Didn't you tell me that there are certain, because there's 4 series going on
4
right
or
now?
5.
You only read
There's
certain.
Dirk Pitt. There's the Oregon Files. There's Isaac Bell. There's the Numa Files,
Okay.
which are the Kurt Austin, and then there's I can't think of the couple's name. But there's 5. I read 4 of them. I could never get into the Oregon Files.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm remembering. I knew there was one at least that you never.
Yeah,
never
I've
got
tried
into.
2 of them and I just couldn't get into with the characters.
And are the
And
Dirk
the
Pitt
writing
ones
style.
still
Dirk
decent?
Cussler is writing
Right.
those now. And they're still decent. You heard that they were going to try and move to his kids being
That's
the main
when I gave
characters.
up on it. That's when I gave
That
up on it.
didn't happen.
Okay.
Dirk
you
and
told me
Al
that,
are
yeah.
still the focal point.
Yeah, that's
And
when
the
I gave
kids,
up on it.
The kids are secondary.
Yep.
But Dirk and Al are still the focal points.
Yeah, and I have actually still been, when I can get like the Kindle version or a cheap paperback of, I've been stockpiling ever since the point that I gave up on it.
Yeah.
When they were going to look like they were going to branch off in that direction.
They did not go there.
I've always had a fondness because I read everything Dirk Pitt up to that point when they were going to branch off
You
to
should
the
have
kids.
kept up with it. They didn't do what you thought they were going to do.
All right. I'll have to. That's another one I'll have to put on the list.
Yeah, it runs parallel storylines, but Dirk and Al are still the focal point.
Okay. Good to know. So that leads us into our big featured review of the week here in movies. The new Knives Out mystery, the third Knives Out mystery on Netflix, Wake Up Dead Man. Now, on the surface, this is pretty obvious. If you like these movies,
You're going to like it.
and if you don't, you're not.
Yeah. It is what it is.
These are structured basically all in the same way. Almost in the old tradition of Agatha Christie with a group of suspects. It's not in a locked room, but it might as well be.
Yeah, this was a locked room murder.
This one is a little bit heavy on religion.
It is. Got a great line out of it. 4 beads short of a rosary.
But yeah, we get... I like the fact that Benoit Blanc, played by Daniel Craig, we get his opinions on religion, but at the same time, it didn't feel like... It felt honest. It didn't feel like... I felt like in The Glass Onion, even though The Glass Onion might have been better overall, the whole thing with, hey, wink, wink, he's gay. Okay, thanks for letting us know. Really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
No.
Because
It
he's
was
there to solve a fucking crime.
Right. It was a pointless, needless piece of information that we didn't have to have.
We don't get that here.
Yeah. No, this you're not beat over the head one way or the other.
No, absolutely not. No, you get a little bit of, discussion on religion, but not much at all. I mean, you get a
and
line
it's
or
agree
two
to
here.
disagree.
Right. This is all about the mystery.
Yep.
And this is all about why did the local pastor get murdered? How did he get murdered in a seemingly impossible crime? And the great Benoit Blanc comes in to solve this. At times, seeming exasperated, frustrated, can't figure it out.
Can't see it.
Yep. But he does solve it in the end. Again, if you like these movies,
you're gonna enjoy this one.
Yes. And this is just right there with the other ones. Very, very entertaining. Very well done.
It's a straight up entertaining mystery
Yep.
that keeps you guessing and makes you think.
It is 2.5 hours,
It's a little long.
but I didn't feel like it dragged.
No, it didn't. It had good pacing throughout.
Yep.
You got all the background you needed to try and figure it out. If you were really paying super, super close attention to some things.
Yep. And that's always how it's going to be.
Yeah.
You've got to pay
And you're
attention
going to
in
miss
these
stuff.
movies.
And you are going to miss things.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to the details. And like Dave said, you'll miss stuff. Can I tell you this, though? The author's house, I want that house with the little moat.
Oh, the moat around it? I know that was awesome, wasn't it?
That could be the coolest little writer's hideaway ever.
That was brilliant.
Like they said, it really wouldn't protect him much, but
No,
still.
it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
From all his John Goodman and the Big Lebowski clones.
But yeah, again, all the characters are interesting. They have their own stories. They all have their devious flaws. Does that lead to murder? Some cases, yes. Some cases, no.
No.
But this is what makes these movies great. Now, the interesting question that popped up again at our meeting the other night, because our sports panel, of course, we also talk about pop culture and all that, is where does this rank? And the thing is, I find them very hard to rank.
They're all so different with all the different characters and the interactions.
Blew my mind, by the way, but this, I guess, goes back to our point we made, that the elder statesman did not like the first one, so he didn't even
bother with the second, won't bother with this one.
Yeah, he asked, is it different than the first one? No, no.
No,
This
there's
is
a
what they
mystery
are.
to be solved.
This is what they are. Benoit Blanc comes in, hired in, brought in to solve the mystery, the impossible crime, each and every time.
Yep.
Harkening back again to Agatha Christie, to those great mysteries.
Yes.
So, I give it a 3.5 frenzy.
Yeah, it's like the others. They're 3.5.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. They keep you guessing. They're not obvious.
Yeah, and again, I find
And the
it
character
very odd,
development is great.
and I just find it hard to rank them.
You can't. Because they're so different. You can't rank them.
But they're different, but the same premise, the same structure.
Right.
Benoit Blanc is brought in to solve an impossible murder. But like you said, all the characters are different. They all have different backstories, which makes each movie unique.
Yeah. That's why we love them.
And of course, the very, very fun casting angle here is that after The Glass Onion, about the reference to Jeremy Renner's hot sauce, we get Jeremy Renner
playing
Jeremy
one of the
Renner is
characters.
cast in here in the third one. And then I'm surprised you didn't get a little upset with the Cubs highlights.
It is what it is.
Thomas Hayden Church's character, Cubs fan.
In upstate New York.
It ends up being a very key part
Yes.
of solving the mystery.
I always liked Thomas Hayden Church as an actor.
Oh, yeah, ever since Wings.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Lowell.
Lol.
Very, very underrated sitcom. Very underrated.
Loved Wings. That was one of my favorites
One of
at
the
the time.
best casts ever.
Yes.
Everybody in that it reminded me of Cheers. Of course, should.
Right.
Because
it's from the same
Yep.
group that put that together.
Yep.
But
the same type of ensemble.
Yeah.
Everybody is. All the actors are expected to be strong, to have their own moments.
Yeah.
You've got the main characters, but still the secondary characters are going to have all. Norm! It's like in Cheers. Norm's not a main character in Cheers, but
But he's a standout.
Arguably the most
iconic,
lovable,
Yeah.
recognizable.
Yeah, that could be Lowell or Shalhoub's character. Tony Shalhoub being in there was great.
Yep. But yeah, Wake Up Dead Man. Again, I hate for us to cop out like this, but it's if you like the first one or the second one,
you're gonna like the third one.
And if you don't like these types of movies, then stay away.
We love them.
It's very simple.
We embrace them.
Yes. We read mysteries. We love detective stories, and again, this.
And we love the smart ones that don't dumb things down.
Right. Yes, and these are definitely complex. And I'm sure there are people out there who will find flaws and find holes in the storyline somewhere.
And they're there, but just let it go.
Yeah.
Be entertained.
Completely agree. Completely agree. All right, time to wind things down here on the weekend edition. But we do have significant moments of silence to address, and unfortunately one that is unbelievably
tragic.
Yeah. By now you all know about what's happened with iconic TV actor and then director Rob Reiner and the situation with his family, and of course him and his wife being murdered. Regardless of how you feel about politics, this is something that nothing like this should ever be wished on your worst enemy.
No.
And so thoughts and prayers obviously go out
to their family
to
and
the
friends.
daughter. To the daughter.
To the daughter and all their friends.
Yeah.
And despite what he stood up for, one of the most beloved directors from everyone who worked with him.
Yep.
So, just sad. Then, from General Hospital, Luke Anthony Gary passed away.
Can I tell you something? I didn't know he was gay. I had no idea he was gay.
Nope.
Until I saw he survived by his husband.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's gay? He was gay? And, obviously, this is an aside, nothing to do with
but no,
the tragedy of him passing. But he got to live a full life.
Yeah. But my God, that was the wedding of the 80s, Luke and Laura.
Yeah. And then we're going to see Christopher Cross, famous for Laura's theme.
Yeah.
Next year in 2026. But, yeah. And, of course, you and I have discussed this in the past. We're not ashamed to admit it. When we were younger,
we watched soap operas.
We dabbled in soap operas. Nothing wrong with that, especially when you're in college.
I watched All My Children. I watched General Hospital.
See, I can't remember the ones I watched. I don't think I watched General Hospital.
Oh, yeah. It was after Luke and Laura's wedding, but it was during the whole Jack Wagner being on as Frisco and that whole run storyline for a few years.
See, I
spent summers at my grandparents'.
Yeah.
So that's one of the ones that they watched. And so we got sucked into those things.
Yeah. I can't remember specifically which one that I would end up watching. Maybe it was Days of Our Lives. I know it wasn't General Hospital, though, because everybody watched that, and I was like, I didn't watch that one. So it's probably Days of Our Lives.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Not
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing. Peter Green, one of those character actors.
Yep. Usually playing one of the punky guys in sci-fi flicks.
Yep.
So.
Most notably, the villain in The Mask,
Yep.
and he appeared in Pulp Fiction as well. Now, our final big one. I don't know if Dave's got another one outside of this.
No,
but
this is one that
I need to discuss this with you. Gil Gerard.
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers passed away. I cannot remember for the life of me. And somebody the other day said it perfectly. You get to the point in your life where your brain has got so much stuff in it that when you take in new stuff, old stuff gets pushed something out. Gets pushed out. Was Buck Rogers in the 25th Century a good show? Do you remember it?
It was okay. It was kind of like Battlestar Galactica.
Okay, yeah.
It was okay. It was cheesy, generic, but I enjoyed it. I watched it regularly.
Okay. Which one did you like more? Battlestar Galactica, the original with Dirk Benedict and Lauren Green, Richard Hatch, or did you like Buck Rogers? I kind of
liked them both similarly.
Okay. I remember Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. Obviously, the Cylons. And Gil Gerard
played Buck Rogers in the movie and the TV show.
Yeah, all I remember is Gil Gerard, Aaron Gray. Yeah. Is all I remember.
They were in the movie, and then when they created the TV show, they pretty much brought that whole cast over, which was one of the rarities at the time.
Well, I was just curious because when I saw that he passed, I just had like basically a big blind spot in my memory of the show. I couldn't really remember. I would think it was one I would have watched. It would be in my wheelhouse, but I don't remember.
It wasn't on. It wasn't on all that long.
Yeah.
So.
But see, for some reason, I remember Battlestar Galactica. So.
Yeah, they were along the same vein.
Okay. I don't have. I'm gonna do my usual preface here at the end of the show. I did not find enough idiocy in Hollywood or in pop culture for us to have dumbasses this week. But I do have one thing I need to go off on. So I guess this will be a last call.
Last call, there you go.
But I need you to participate because this involves a topic that we have delved into on occasion in the past because of what you do. And this, of course, involves books geared for children, free speech, those type of issues. There is a book coming out in early 2026. Now, it is not from a major publisher. This is from a fringe group.
I hate self-published shit.
And it's about abortion. And you and I, of course, believe in free speech. The problem that I've got with this, and you can argue about for or against abortion all you want. I think you'd find me to be absolutely moderate in the middle to a point in some respects on the issue. But I think sometimes people take it way too far.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those instances where we're now putting out children's books marketed for children talking about how abortion is a superpower.
What? Is this like a picture book?
Yes.
This is not a topic for young kids.
I believe it's going to be marketed to kids between 5 and 8.
No, this is a topic that is not appropriate.
But yes, again, this is not a major publisher. This is as you said, a fringe group, obviously a pro-abortion group, putting out this book telling children that abortion is a uniquely human superpower.
No, it's not. How?
Because, of course, now this part, that is a direct quote. What I said. Now, this part I'm paraphrasing, but the rationale behind it is basically because it's a unique way to choose how you're going to live your life and go forward in a positive manner. That's I'm paraphrasing that. That's what I remember reading about it. The part about it being a uniquely human superpower is a direct quote from the book.
Oh my God. I have so many issues with this.
Yeah, I needed to talk about this because I don't like the fact this is being marketed to kids this young.
This is not.
But this is not the first instance of something like this that's being marketed to kids that are way too young to discuss certain topics. I have always said, obviously the one extreme is abortion only in the case of the mother's life being at risk, or rape or incest. Then, of course, the other extreme is whatever you want to do it, just do it. I believe firmly in the fact there's got to be a middle ground. I don't think it should be used as birth control.
It's how it's being touted. It's not healthcare.
But now we're getting to the point where we're going to start trying to indoctrinate young children into this.
Just not.
Whether you want to believe me or not, abortion in the end is murder. Now, if you're looking at a situation where the child will be born into a life that's going to be abject and complete misery, okay, but there's adoption.
Options.
There's still adoption. There are plenty of families out there that would
can't
be more
have
than happy.
Kids.
That would be more than happy to adopt a baby. And believe me, it's easier to get a baby adopted than it is to get a teenager adopted.
Yes.
So, in the end, this whole conversation should be around this book.
That is just...
Along with all the other books that we shouldn't be marketing and targeting young children on adult topics, on adult things that should only be handled by adults.
Kids should not be exposed to something like this. Oh my God.
And I get a lot of flack.
awful.
I get a lot of flack for my political beliefs, even though they're not really all that extreme. But because I don't like this type of stuff, I get blowback. And I don't see how opposing something like this, despite the fact that we obviously are proponents of free speech,
Murder
there
is
are
murder.
limits. There are limits to free speech. We've always said that. And a lot of people hate hearing that. But you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. And you should not be writing books about gender transition and abortion to kids who haven't even reached double digits yet in terms of their age. I draw the line there.
Don't even know what this is. Oh, God.
Let the kids grow up
Let kids
before
be
you
kids.
try to start indoctrinating them. Because this is what it is. It's indoctrination. And that's what I'm opposed to. I believe in the old school. I believe in put these kids in school for reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's it. Not your bullshit political beliefs. And that's the way it should be until they get to high school. Leave the kids alone until they get to 15, 16 years old, and then maybe they can start learning about bigger topics and bigger issues. But we're forcing these kids at 6, 7 years old.
Let the kids...
What gender do you want to be?
Kids. Let kids be kids.
And now we've got books targeted for young kids about abortion. And trying to basically make it sound cool and neat, and it's a superpower.
No.
And you're the one that's going to have to deal with this shit.
I am going to have to deal with this bullshit, and it's not right.
And where are you going to put it? Is it going to go in the children's section? All right, something to think about, kids. Sorry, didn't mean to bring you down after all the fun we had throughout this weekend edition episode, but...
God, my brain hurts. The stupidity of it all.
I did not feel that I could let this slide.
No.
Had to be brought up, had to be talked about.
Right.
But I promise next week we'll do better. Next week we will, of course, be reviewing in our featured movie review one battle after another. And then we'll catch you up. Maybe Dave will actually catch up on Landman, so we can discuss that.
We'll at least get close to it.
In a little more detail. I'll be able to watch one episode of Fallout, I think. And then we'll have all sorts of other fun stuff. We'll figure out what we're going to do with music. Because right now it's kind of a dead zone when it comes to music.
Is.
We might have to revisit.
We may have to just do our top 5 movies and books. Although books could be difficult because we still have a couple that we're knocking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think books we want to wait a little bit on so we can finish off Reacher and Spencer, because those are technically 25 books. We could possibly do movies and TVs next week. TV shows. We could possibly. We'll discuss. We'll let you know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, this is just a really downtime for music until we get to mid-January, and then we'll start getting the new albums coming in, because Alter Bridge will be out by then, and then we'll have Black Swan coming up soon after that, and
we'll start getting into a rhythm on that.
Yep, but we still have plenty of movies, plenty of TV shows to discuss, books, as I mentioned.
And there's always news.
Yeah, pop culture, PC idiocy that we'll be more than happy to point out and rip apart. But until then, now we should be talking to you in between Christmas and New Year's, so I guess we should say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, kids.
And if Merry Christmas offends you, fuck you. Season's greetings. Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Forget this season's greetings bullshit.
Yep. So, Sports Edition, we should get to you before Christmas. But next weekend edition, you will hear after Christmas, before the new year. But until that time, he's your Uncle Dave, the Conquistador Dave Height.
He's your Uncle Kev, the Maestro Kevin Crane.
I don't want to sing tonight, so no happy trails. So
say goodnight to the kids, Kev.
Good night to the kids, Kev.